let's go ahead and talk real quick though. So Pusha T and his second, I'm sorry, and his wife are expecting a second son, right? So Pusha T has come under fire, and you know, reasonably so. Now, this is dark skin privilege. No one's gonna say shit, all right? Because y'all niggas out there don't stand on shit, and y'all are very selective about who you have a problem with and who you scrutinize. So, again, I can remember back in 2018 feeling like I was going crazy when I was watching the Joe Button podcast and listening to them glaze over this fucking story of Adidon record, which wasn't about shit. That was a horrible, because the reason why the story of Adidon is the bad diss is because, for one, it's an interesting beat choice, but it's a diss. I want to hear you get active, my nigga. I want to hear a beat that I can ride out to. No, first of all, 444 is Jay-Z's wackest album. I don't give a fuck. Don't try to tell me. No. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about it. 444 is the most awkward album. I get the concept. All right, cool, whatever. But music is supposed to sound good. That nigga's rapping off beat and shit. You know what I'm saying? And this, overall, this is a weak ass project. I'm sorry, it's just weak. It just does sonically just sounded weak. Like the Carter's album, that nigga came back the next year on the Carter's album and was snapping, nigga. That nigga snapped though. That nigga was snapping the whole album. Okay, you understand? That nigga had to make up, to make up for that album. But anywho, so when Pusha T is dissing Drake on Story Adidon, it's about him being a good dad and about, for one, no one had no proof that Drake wasn't claiming his son. Not only that, Drake was not in a relationship. Drake was not married. Pusha T was basically snitching. And not even snitching. Drake told Kanye that he had a son and what they were planning to do. Kanye tells Pusha T, and somehow Pusha turns the fact that y'all don't know he has a son into a diss. You have to hate a nigga to feel like that's a bad thing. Nigga, why are you owed that information? You not owed that information. He don't have, again, his whole diss makes more sense if Drake is married with kids. Okay? But Pusha T has some explaining to do. First of all, I'm gonna play y'all a clip where this nigga said, yo, Namaj, you already has one other kid. He said he's been in Paris for a year and a half. Let me tell you something right now. Pusha T comes across he comes across like a spoiled person. Like I do not get Pusha T at all. I don't get how he stayed relevant. I don't get how he stayed, how he has money. I don't really get it, because you gotta realize that, yo, people who have money through music is because they have the IP, they have the catalog. I'm like, you know, I was listening to, I think I saw a performance of Lloyd doing lay my head on your pillow, or pillow, whatever. You know what song I'm talking about, right? I was like, damn, these are really old records, and he can perform. He can do a good 20 minutes to a half hour of songs that you may have forgot about, and songs that, again, they just really slap. You understand? And when you have them joints, you can perform those forever and really listen. People who fuck with you and fuck with them songs gonna come out, and that whole area gonna go up. Matter of fact, fuck that. Lloyd could walk into my job, get on a freaking karaoke machine, and the whole office will go up, and the whole office would freaking erupt, singing the songs to get it, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Or I want you. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, I don't get where Pusha T gets money from, but shout out to him and everything. But we got to talk about this relationship here, because again, we're going to build on this. So we need to address this age gap between you and this girl. So basically, so many words. I don't have to post it from me, but basically, people have been talking about the hypocrisy and the hypocrisy with these fans who try to nitpick and claim up and down that Drake is a registered sex offender, right? Meanwhile, people start doing some math, and they realize the math is not mathing. So he is 48 right now. right? And I forget how they did it, but basically they were doing. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he's 48, and she was born in 1989. So that means that she is 35 to 36 right now. Okay. He met her when he was 29 years old. So basically, he met her as a minor, and he wasn't 21, wasn't 22. 29 is closer to being a grown ass man. Now, granted, let's see. If she was 20, actually, not gonna lie, that was fairly recent. I was starting to say, you know what? It was a different time. This is someone who's a few years younger than me, right? So if she was 17, that means that I was not. No, I'm lying. I'm thinking about him being 20. I'm sorry. When she was 17, that means I was 19. So that means that they met in 2006. Let me tell you something. These conversations are very interesting. Now I won't take his head off too much, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, nigga, this shit sound a little crazy, especially now. But I will speak on the fact that the age gap thing and basically this gray area of women between 16 and 18 and the relationships that started around that time, for the most part, this kind of thing has always been going on. I'm not co-signing it and whatnot, you understand, because we're not socialized to think that way. And yes, 17 is a bit young, especially if the guy's 29. Bro, 29? Bro, I'm just saying, bro, he was almost 30 years old dating the girl was basically in high school. I'm just saying, like, come on, dog. Come on. And what's fucked up is that, yo, none of y'all are ever going to talk about this. None of you Pusha T fans are going to talk about this shit. But I'm going to talk about it. So we're going to share one more clip of Pusha and to be the, I'm going to call him a horrible dad, but quite the absentee father. Let's play this clip right here. Where's it at? Where it is.
I was there a year and a half. I was telling you, I would have loved to have been home. Like, just being in Paris is like, yo.
And sitting there.
I was there a year and a half. I was telling you, I would have loved to have been home.
That nigga was gone from his family for a year and a half. God damn, bro. So I'm saying, bro, like, how fam, so you talked all this shit, man. Not only that, you know what it also meant at that time? It meant that, yo, you were so low on the totem pole. There's such a low demand for your music that you dissing Drake was this big highlight. I believe that shit came after the so-called infrared diss on the Daytona album. And even that album, like, don't get me wrong, Pusha T's albums have gotten better over time. The last two I did, like, matter of fact, did he have another one? I just couldn't go. I heard it was like, I heard Whips and Chains, and like just hearing him talk and hearing him like talk bad about Kanye and this, hearing him do this like arrogant, like he talks like he's royalty. Which again, I'm not mad at no one for talking their shit and being confident in who they are, but it's annoying. Like you talk like you're as famous as the niggas you dissing. Yeah, like you talk like, bro, you're not on the same level as Kanye. You're not on Drake level. Like you don't have your catalog. Matter of fact, you only have a catalog really because of Kanye. Because Kanye was the dude who helped Pusha T transition into it being somewhat of a solo artist. Because for the most part, Pusha always had his brother. They was always a group. They weren't. They didn't even appear on songs solo as a feature. The clips is the clips is the clips. What happened to that boy? But anyway, nasty work, King. I don't like it. All right, where we at the show? How many minutes? Okay, we got an hour and 4 minutes. All right, man. Let's see. Got anything good? Ah, fuck. I'm gonna touch this real quick. Pause.
Bro, like, if you want a baddie, you gotta have money. If you ain't got no money, she don't like you. Jacob? I once had a baddie take the bus with me, and I told her we were taking a field trip.
This is kind of creeping me out because I don't know if it's AI. I don't know if he's high. I don't know why is he talking this way. Niggas with waves and beards like this, we talking like this, bro. Real talk. And I'm gonna build on this right quick. Now, a dude like this, right? Matter of fact, I might just stop it right there, but I'm gonna let it play a little longer.
She showed up wearing a name tag.